are here with Greta and Chris from the Hush Sound. They're performing tonight. They're their second night in a row at a sold-out House of Blues. How's it going, guys?
Good.
It's great.
Yeah. How's the current tour going? Tell us about the tour. You're touring Panic at the Disco and Motion City Soundtrack.
It's going well. This is our second time out with Panic. How long ago was that when we went out?
About a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Maybe almost 2 summers ago.
So it's kind of fun to be back in a very similar situation, but you know we're all a little bit older, a little bit wiser. You know,
Right.
have a new perspective on play like it's kind of like we're playing the same shows again, but
Right.
we're just slightly different bands. So I think it's been
Yeah,
cool.
we've been having a really good time. We're sharing a bus with Phantom Planet, and
Oh, cool.
we've been having a really good time. So
Yeah.
It's very
Blessed.
cool. You guys are touring on your third album that was just released last month. Tell us a little bit about the album. What's different about it from past albums? And
well,
what to expect?
this record I think is much more. It's a fuller realization of kind of what our sound is.
A more full realization.
Did I say that?
You said fuller.
A more full realization.
I don't know if that's right either.
I've been walking around Disneyland all day, and my brain is very fragmented.
Nice.
Yeah.
Heat exhaustion.
Right. But it's a more full realization kind of I think what our band is, and it's, I don't know, it's still kind of like imaginative and whimsical the way the last record was, but I think the songs are based a little bit more in reality, and I think we've all grown so much, in our playing together and in our playing individually and in our songwriting just over the last, 2.5 years of touring and kind of seeing a little bit of the world and whatnot.
Yeah.
So
It's a little bit closer to probably how our band actually sounds
Right.
Yeah.
live. We're always getting closer to that sound.
yeah.
You have like a really cool story, like how you got discovered. Like, can you tell us a little about that? I know things like Ryan from.
Yeah,
Panic.
actually, Ryan apparently heard it on Pure Volume and called Pete or emailed Pete Wentz from Fall Out Boy and said, there's this really cool band from Chicago, you should check them out. He checked us out, and then the next thing we knew, we were getting an offer to be signed. And at that point, we really hadn't discussed even making this band a full-time, ambition. Like, we were just really doing it for fun. We'd only been a band a few months. We were just really just kind of messing around and having it as an outlet.
It was
for all
really
of us.
random how that.
Yeah,
how that
very random.
That's awesome. How'd you guys feel like when you got that email?
Shocked. I remember the day, there was one day I was a junior in high school. I went in the morning and took the ACTs, and then I went home and Pete Wentz was at my house meeting with my parents, just talking about, what tour's like and why we should sign to the label. And then there was kind of a whole year of time where we were home and we were just, working on our second record, like Vines and whatnot, and then now finally we're full-time touring.
Yeah, it was kind of intense just because that's when Fall Out Boy was just starting to blow up too. Like, they were at their point, where everyone was like, we were very lucky to kind of latch onto that, if you will.
Right.
Have them take us along for the ride.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a fun ride.
Now it's over.
That's over. What's the best part about touring so far? What you guys experienced?
Well, definitely, I mean, now that we have, new songs and a new record, for me, one of the most fun things is just playing these new songs live and playing them for people. Seeing a bunch of people singing along already is
awesome.
Is really fun. And, yeah, just kind of connecting with people in live. And also, the cities we've gone to. We've already gone to some really incredible cities. We already played in, San Francisco and in Austin, Texas, which is one of our favorite cities. And Miami was really fun. Now Orlando was fun. So we've been having a really good time.
As I told you guys earlier, like Rock Funger deals with helping the homeless, getting off the streets, and also helping kids in low-income neighborhoods. What do you guys think music can do to make a difference and help causes such as this and many other causes?
I don't know. I tend to look at music, when you're really high up in the musical world, when you've, climbed up all those rungs and you're making the big bucks, so to say. There's a lot you can do financially to donate to, charities like that. Fortunately, we're not in that position yet. So I think, the way I view music is just as more of a healing thing. Like for me, as a kid growing up, music was kind of like the one saving grace. Kind of like the one. It's just like a safe haven where if you can play, I think kids, there are all sorts of developments like in music therapy and just how important it is to kind of unlock what kids have to say that they can't speak in words. They can play it in music, or it's just like a safe place.
Yeah.
So I think if we
and even if kids have a lot of aggression or whatever, they can go
play drums,
bang on a drum set or
rather than
crank
beating
their
each
amps
other
up and get. It's a really great way to get out pent up aggression or anything like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it can be a great outlet.
Very cool. last question is like, what do you guys have to say, like, or any last words for the fans of Orlando and anybody watching the video and listen to your music?
Thank you,
Wear-
thank you, thank you. You've been
wear
really
sunscreen.
wonderful. Yeah,
Wear
wear
sunscreen.
sunscreen. Some of you are very sunburned.
Especially in Orlando. I'm sunburned right now.
Yeah.
Cool. Where can people find your music?
You can go to myspace.com/thehushsound or thehushsound.com, which will kind of direct you to everything else.
Or your local record store.
Your local record store.
Thank you guys again for your time. I wish you all the best of luck on the tour.
Great, thank you very much.
Have a good show tonight.
Thanks.
All right.
Yeah.
You